Hi everybody, welcome to Mary's Craft Room Sundays at 7. Tonight I am going to show you how to make this cute little bookbinder card using my Celebration items. So many of you got your Celebration items and Celebration is over, but now what in the world are we going to do with them? So I combined tonight the counting sheep, and then there's a set of dies that go with it. I combined that with the paper is actually from the Playful Penguins. I think that's what it was called. Penguin Playmates, sorry. Actually from that. So it's the back side of one of the fun papers. So I saw this and I needed one more birthday card to do, and I saw one of the girls' cards on our group, and she had a sheep, and it just inspired me, and in 5 seconds I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So we're going to do that card tonight, but first I wanted to do a little housekeeping items. It is the beginning of October now, and it is the kickoff of the new year for Stamping Up and a new month. So a couple things that I want to make announcements of, and one would be my October special with the holidays coming. The holiday rhinestones are still in the catalog. This was a giveaway last year at this time, and I'm going to do that again this month. So my October special is going to be holiday rhinestones. So for every order that is $50 or more before shipping and tax, you will receive a free package of holiday rhinestones from me. So they were a big hit last year, and I hope they are again this year. Rhinestones are so much easier for me to mail versus ribbon or things like that, and we can always use little rhinestones to bling everything up. And then the next thing, I've got a whole lineup of classes coming up, and I'm going to really emphasize to everybody that my classes are always 6 cards, and it's usually 3 of 2 different designs. They're $3 a card, so they're $18 for the class, but they will, starting in October, the classes will be free if you do a $25 or more purchase with me. So those are the couple things that I have. Hi Renee, hi Sharon, hi Julie. I'm talking away and not looking at my comments. How are you guys all tonight? It is rumbling and thundering out like crazy here. I'm waiting for the skies to open up and the rain to pour down. All right, so with that said, now let's get going on our cute little card. I did this one yesterday for my birthday card buffet, and I have a few items left over, so I'm going to try this week. I have off on Wednesday, and I'm going to try something new. Jenna came up with a name for me to try when I retire, that is, but we're off this Wednesday, so we'll try it. We're going to call it Walk-In Wednesday. So I'm going to be here crafting all day Wednesday anyway, so my doors are going to be open for people to come in and make up some of the cards I have left over from my weekend event. So that'll be fun. Sharon might be able to make it over by me, right, Sharon? And then we'll have some fun. Julie, come on down. Drive on down. All right, so let's get going. Let's put our stamp set away. And let's get going with our cute little birthday sheep here. So I have everything in here. This is the soft sea foam. I'm not sure how the lighting is coming across. On my end, it looks kind of white. But it's actually the soft sea foam. And I'm just going to slide everything out that I have here for them. So that's how I had it all prepped for them. When I've got several things going on, I typically cut out half of what needs to be cut out, and I leave the rest for the crafter. So we have got our 11-inch by 4 1/4, and then we score at 5 1/2 and 6 3/4. There's another score line there. There you go. And this will fold down and make the bookbinder. So I tried to make it pretty easy for class, and we just took the paper here and put it on the front. They're adhesive. I hope you guys all had a good weekend. A little humid for me, but you know, that's not really October weather. So we've got this here, and it looks so cute with that paper. And then we've got the blue and white striped. But I had a couple ladies that joined me yesterday, so we had a really nice time. My sister-in-law and my friend Jackie, they were there. So we had a really nice time, and we talked about what cards to do next. On the 30th of October, I'm gonna do sympathy cards. Everybody is always looking for sympathy cards. So we're gonna do a whole card buffet at 10 o'clock in the morning out at church again of just sympathy cards. And one is going to be my pet sympathy card. It happens to be one of my biggest sellers. So I've got a dog on there, and I'm going to make it a cat if anybody wants a cat one too. It's very cute. All right, so now we have this down. Super easy, right? Then I took our white ribbon that's in the catalog, and I'm just going to take that, and I'm wrapping it around here, and I'm going to tie it into a simple knot. And I've said this many times, I've really transitioned more into knots versus bows. Knots are just easier, and I've said it many times, a lot of my peeps aren't fond of bows, so we just make a little knot so we've got something on there. There we go, and we'll trim that up. And now I will tape down the bookbinder part. So now you want to use good strong tape for this or glue, okay? Because if we use the regular Tombow adhesive, it just doesn't stay. It tends to pop back up. So I'm using our Stampin' Seal Plus, which I absolutely love, or you can use liquid glue. Those would be your best options. And we're going to tape that down nice, okay? Now let's get on to our cute little part here. All right, so I have vellum circle. I chose vellum just so it would show through and you could still see the color of the paper that was behind there. So we have a vellum circle here, and I already have a balloon cut out for them. So I just gotta grab some paper here. All right, I forgot I needed to color just a little bit and stamp. So I'm going to use the fresh freesia, which goes in there. I'm going to use that for my balloon. Let's see what else we got. Hi, Lorraine. How are you? Oh, it's raining hard there. That means, Lorraine, it's headed our way, isn't it? Ugh. So I'm going to use the fresh freesia, and I'm going to color my balloon in. And you could color this any of the colors in there. If you wanted to make it a little bit more boyish, that you could use the Misty Moonlight to tie in the blue. I wouldn't go green just because there's a lot of green on there. And then for the string, I just used the light smoky slate, and I just colored down on the string. And then to zhuzh it up just a little bit, I used my Winkostella on the balloon. Gave it a little sparkle. Get that in there. And we'll set that aside for a minute. Okay. And now we need to stamp our, put my Winkostella away, stamp our sheep and its hat. So I just did that in Memento because we're going to be doing some coloring. Okay. So we'll stamp that on here, and then we'll have to cut it out on the cut and emboss. So let's do a little sheep. And this one stamps so nice. I really am impressed with it. I love it. I'm really glad I got it. So we have a sheep and a hat. And now, with the magic of my computer, it is, voila! I have gone and cut out a sheep and a hat. And there we go. So I wanted to save a little time, and so you didn't have to listen to me talking while I'm over there cranking away on the cut and emboss. So for the sheep then, what I colored him with was the light smoky slate. All right, I'm going to try and get this down just a little bit better. Sorry about that, guys. Come on. A little bit of a shadow there, but we got him up there just a little bit better. All right, so I took the fat end, my little paintbrush end, I always say, and just colored in his ears and his face. So yesterday was also World Card Making Day, so I hope all of you got a chance to make some cards. I know most of you that are tuned in with me actually were making some cards. So that's cool. And I spent the day today reorganizing, picking up, and getting ready for the new year. Putting all my classes into my planner for the next 3 months. So I'm all set for through December. Okay, there I have just the little smoky slate there. And I'm going to set this aside for a minute. And then I'm using the light black for his, hers, whatever, hoofies. So I'm just going to color those in with the light black. My sister-in-law Wanda was doing hers yesterday, and she goes, you know, I really want to make it very girly and do fresh freesia on the hoofs to make it look like she had a pedicure, which would have been hilarious. I wish she would have. I should have done that tonight. That'd be super cute, wouldn't it? For a little girl card. Okay. There we've got that. We'll set that aside. And so now what I did to tie everything in, this is Misty Moonlight in here. So I decided on the hat, the little hat, that I would do the Misty Moonlight for the base, and the little polka dots I'm going to do Fresh Freesia. So it's kind of small, but if you use the skinny end of the marker, it goes pretty good. It fills in. It's pretty easy to do. Okay. There we go. That's all done. Oh, you did a sip and stamp, Renee? Oh, I bet that was fun. That's a great idea. I'm going to use Fresh Freesia, and I'm going to use the skinny part, and also just so you have a little bit more control on the small pieces. And then, last but not least on the hat, what do we have to do? Wink of Stella. Put that on there. All right. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to adhere my sheep right here and put a little adhesive on him, and I'm going to put him onto the vellum. And I just used the old Stitch Shapes one for this one. I know they're not in the catalog anymore, but I really like them. I will never stop using them. So we're going to put that on like that. And then we have our little hat. And I thought I had my little mini dimensionals out here, but I do not see them. So we have to look for those. And I don't see my sheet of minis, so I'm just going to have to take a big one and just cut a piece off. Okay? Can always do that. We'll just take a little piece of dimensional here, and we'll just cut that down so it's like a mini for me. We'll put that on the back of the little sheep hat, the happy birthday hat. And we'll set it right on her head. Let's see, how do we want that? Like so. Okay, and now I'm going to attach it to the base of the card. And to do that, I've got some you could use just adhesive if you wanted, but I've got some big glue dots that are pretty strong and sturdy, so I like those. So I'm using this large glue dot. And I'm going to put it just down a little bit. It's not right center. I'm going to put it down here so I can attach the balloon. And again, I'll want a little bit of a dimensional there underneath the balloon. And I wanted the, oh, I can use a bigger piece. I can probably use a whole dimensional on that one, a big one. I wanted the string to stick solid on the hand, so I could use the fine tip glue, or I have this little glue stick that is handy that I'm just going to put a little glue on the back of there. Just something a little extra. So we put the balloon on. It'll be like she's holding it. And it'll stick down to her. Isn't that cute? I love this set. I'm so glad I came up with this card. Again, it was, don't know if it was Nicole's or Rashada. I don't remember which one. Which one of the girls on Friday, Freebie Friday, she had a sheep card on, and as soon as I saw it, this idea popped into my head, and I'm like, that's it. And it was the last card that I needed for my card buffet. And I had off on Friday, so it was fun. I had it designed then in 5 minutes. So then we have got so many of the in-color gemstones that work with it. But I think I'm going to pop in the dark green ones this time. See how they do. They might, oh yeah, oh I like that. That stands out just a little bit more than the other ones. I had light green ones on the other one. I'll throw a little one up here. And there we go. And now we have the front all set to go. And that's all it is for the front. And now we will work on the inside and the envelope. For the inside, I'm going to use the sentiment that is So Glad It's Your Birthday, right from the set. And I'm going to go with the soft seafoam green. Okay. It's light. You could go with a darker one. This is a light one, but I really liked it. It looked nice. Okay, so we've got that. It looks very light, I know, under my light, but in person, it's nice. I like it a lot. Close that up, and then get our sheep back out, and do a little bit more coloring. We're going to stamp that and put the sheep right in the corner, like this. He doesn't get a balloon this time, but he does get, sheep, does get a hat, and you kind of have to figure out where the hat kind of fits, and well, that's close enough. That'll work. And then as long as I have the hat out, all I did for the envelope, for my No Naked envelope, was just put a little birthday hat in the corner. Nothing big and elaborate this time. All right, so now we'll do a little bit more coloring. Back to the, oops, that's the basic black. We want the, we want the Misty Moonlight for her hat, and we'll go in there, and I see something that I missed just a little bit. I'll get back to that. There's that, and I'll do it on the same thing on the envelope, a little Misty Moonlight, and I got to watch where my ink is here so that doesn't get on everything. There we go. All right, we've got that. Little fresh freesia again in the little dots. A bit in here. Get that up there so we can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put the envelope aside in a second. Okay, and then I'm going to do the Wink of Stella on our little sheep birthday hat. And right up on this one too. Whenever I have a birthday hat like that, I always do the Wink of Stella up in on the little tassel. So now I'm going to set the envelope aside. The one thing I just noticed that I did forget with the light smoky slate was I like to go where they have the black lines on here for shading. I just kind of fill them in a little bit with some little lines of smoky slate. I'll just give that a little extra depth. Doesn't need a lot. Some people do a lot more. I'm kind of light on the shading part. All right, we've got a little bit of shading on this one that we'll fill in there, and now I'll fill in the rest of the face with smoky slate. There we go. And the ears and the leg or arms. And then a little light black for the hooves And there we have it, guys. We'll tape this down. We've got a cute little birthday card that you could make for anybody, actually. You could color coordinate it to make it a little bit more for a little boy if you want. It tends to look a little bit girly the way I did it, which is perfectly fine. I really like it. The paper I chose with the fresh Frisian is just a little bit more girly, but I like it. It is cute. Cute, cute, cute. There we go. Our cute little celebration sheep birthday card. What do you think? Super quick and easy. So that's all I've got for tonight, guys. Hope you all liked it. Enjoyed my little card. And I will be back with you next Sunday. And I'm thinking it might be another Halloween surprise. I'm also might have some other stuff to show off to you. But for now, this is what we've got. I have Wednesday off, so I hope anybody who's local can stop in to make a card with me on Wednesday for Walk-In Wednesday. And other than that, guys, have a great week. And thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I really appreciate it. Bye, guys.